Hello, data scientists engaged in data analysis tasks. Today I come before you with Pandas' most used, regularly used, routinely used methods of data analysis. These methods are one of the fundamental methods of Pandas, in Pandas, which are always used by every data analyst. So let's start to use them here to illustrate with a simple sales analysis application. Okay, so as ever, to begin with, what you do is import pandas as pd. Okay, shift enter. All right, now we need data, right? Let's create data. In practical life, you do not create data, you obtain data from the company website, company sources, and from the internet. And sometimes companies carried out surveys through which they obtain the data. But for the sake of this lesson, we're going to create data, a few data, to illustrate how important, how fundamental these pandas methods are. Okay, so data we will create with three series. Name is one series, and here in that I am going to start with grapes, bread, eggs, cheese, ham, juice, milk, and butter. These are essential items that every household purchases for daily consumption. Okay, so that is one series, name series. Let's go next to price series. Price is going to be 1.88, comma 2.49, comma price for each item. Okay, 3.28, comma 5.99, comma 6.99, comma 4.99, comma 6.89, comma 4.88. Okay, that is the price series. And let's get to the sales series. So I will name it quantity sold. Okay, in this in this series we will have the quantity that we sold today: 24, 8, 18, 28, 20, 5, and 44. So the most important things to consider in crafting the data is that the length of each series matches. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Here the price 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The quantity 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, it did not match. So there will be some error. So the milk, we forgot to put 6. Okay, Now 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah. Okay. So within a dictionary, let's close that, and that is our data. Excuse me. That is our data. Now in Pandas, we read that the collection of series becomes data frame. Okay, data frame has more than one series. Data frame equals, which is presented in a tabular form. Data frame equals PD. Here we use that panda that we imported above. PD dot data frame. Okay, data frame. Make sure we write the correct, no typos. And what we read, we're going to read the data. Okay, so let's call it, and we will see a table. Data is not defined. Okay, that is usually means the kernel needs to be restarted. Okay, here you see we have a table of 8 items. Okay, so we created data. Let's carry out some processing of this data so that we can carry out some data analysis, sales analysis, and all those kind of important analysis a data scientist carries out. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is, let me write a column. We want to write a markdown, add columns with log. The two methods that I was talking of are routinely used, regularly used, are fundamental, are loc and iloc methods. That is what I want to display to you today. Okay, so that is the markdown. That's what we want to do, add columns with log. So excuse me, what column we going to add? We're going to add the in stock column next to the quantity sold column. Okay, so that we know how is our inventory purchase going on, what percentage of the stock the inventory that we are selling, and all that kind of analysis follows with that. So let's create this column, add column with loc. For that, df.loc, see, we use the loc right away, and first on the data frame, always row comes first and column comes second, right? So rows, all rows, we don't need to change anything. We're not adding or subtracting anything. So with a column, we invoke all the rows, and the column that we'll add, let's name it in stock. Okay, that will be the column name. Now assign the values of each item, how much we have in stock. Okay, say for example grapes, say 145, and say bread, let's make 30, eggs 18, 144, let's make it, cheese, let's make 50, ham, let's make 45, juice, let's make 20, milk, let's make 30. I don't want to make the number repeated, so I'm just going to make 34, and butter, let's make 160. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So that is the column with those items will be added next to quantity sold column. Okay, let's call it df, shift enter. You see, now we got that column added. Okay, in stock, column added. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 columns. Before we had 3. So that's one task. Let's do another. Let's add a row. Okay, for that, let me write a comment. Add a row with lock. Okay, so we're using lock again to add a row. Let me make it a markdown and shift enter. Okay, add a row with lock. Now the row will be in the 8th position. Okay, so lock is used as a label. Label could be a number. Say if we say 8, that is a label. Label or names are used in lock, and index is used in iloc. So here we are using a lock, so it is number 8 will be a label. So let's write it df.lock 8th, because 7 is already there. 8th. Okay, equals, so what item we want to add? Let's add yogurt. Okay, yogurt. What is the price? $2.59. How many we going to sell? Say 7. And what should be our inventory? 25. Okay, in stock. All right, so that is the column, the row we are going to add. After butter, this should appear. Let's run it. Shift enter. You see, now the yogurt row is added. Yogurt row is added here. Okay, so we showed you lock is used in adding, enhancing rows as well as columns. Now let's try to use iloc. Iloc is not used in enhancing, adding rows or columns, but it is used in modifying the existing elements in a table. Okay, so here we want to change, say for example, ham in stock from 45 to 60. Okay, let's change it. So that is called modifying. That we will do with the method iloc. df.iloc. Okay, and say ham. What is the position of ham? 4th, right? So 4. Okay, we access the ham with 4 position, index 4. Yeah, and df dot columns dot get, we have this method available, get lock. Okay, the method get lock gets what? In stock. We want to change the in stock, right? From 45 to 60 in stock. Okay, we access that, and now close the square bracket and assign equals 60. So this should give us the ham in stock quantity change from 45 to 60. Let's run it. df, shift enter. You see, now here 60, here it was 45 here. from 45 to 60. So you see, iloc is used, iloc is index based and used to modify the elements in a table. Okay, so once we have done a pre-processing, we make the data suitable for analysis. Let's do some analysis. Okay, so what analysis would you like to do? Let me write here. Obtain percent sale percent. That will be the column that we will obtain. We want to get the proportion of sale for each item. Okay, so obtain percent sale column from column in the table. Okay, so let's make it a markdown so that we see what we are doing. Okay, shift enter. All right, obtain that column. So we are going to obtain that also with these methods. So how we're going to do? df.loc, again, see, loc, and here again, row, we're taking all the rows, no changing, nothing in the rows. We are obtaining percent sales of each column. That's why we're going to get that sale percent is going to be the name of the column. Okay, equals df. How do you get percent sale? Quantity sold over in stock is going to be the sales percent, right? So here QTY sold close divide by DF in stock close times 100. To make it a percentage, we have to multiply by 100. Okay, so let's display it with df.round to. I want to use this round method to make 2 decimal places. Okay, there is no point in showing 15.89455, all these kind of big decimals. So we just need to make decimal in 2 decimal places. Okay, once we do that, let's shift enter. You see, sales percentage now we obtained. So grapes are selling 16.55, bread 26.67, eggs 12.5, cheese 56, ham 33, juice 25, and yogurt 28, butter 27.5, milk 17.65. This, you see, to obtain the sale percentage by item, to identify what is our proportion sale to the in stock, how much of the stock we are selling. For inventory management purposes, say we need to order more or order less, the frequency of order change, all those kind of strategic management of inventory, this proportion sale is important to understand. So this is how we get. This is one. Next, let's do one more thing. Let's do another thing. Say, let's rank the sales to identify, to tell the boss, the company owner, that these are our top seller items and these are our laggards, no sale, or low sale, slow sale items. For that, we're going to rank. So let's rank the sale by item. Okay, so let me make that markdown as well. Shift enter. Okay, rank the cell by items. So let's do that. So how are we going to do that? Ranking we are going to derive from percent sale percentage column, right? Because there we are getting what percentage are being sold. So that is the column that will give us ranking. So for that, df, we call that column rank. Okay, let's call the column rank. What is the rank of each item? For that, df access the column sale percent, make sure we are accessing the correct column, sale percent, and quotes are closed. Okay, sale percent, and we have a method available called rank. Okay, rank method is by default ascending equals true, but to make it logical, that is number one sales is 1, so we need to make ascending equals false. Ascending equals false. All right, so once we have done that, let's show it. Df dot round to, also ranking, we have no meaning rank, getting several decimal places, so we're going to round to. Okay, shift enter. You see, now we got the ranks. From this you can see the company identified cheese as the ranked one, number one seller, followed by ham 2 and yogurt 3, and the least seller items here are grapes, eggs, grapes, milk. Okay, those are the items that are the least seller. So see, this is important for company to understand for inventory management purposes, for placing more orders, for placing future orders, how much inventory the store should have. So this is instructive. See what we use again? Loc and iloc methods. So now let's see, one of the strategy for the company would be to give discount for the low selling items. So let's give discount to low selling items. So here I'm going to write a column again, discount to slow/low selling items. Okay, that is one of the strategy for the company, so that they can turn those low sellers into high sellers, so expediting in sales. Okay, shift enter. All right, so let's write the function. For that we're going to use the filtration. Okay, so first thing to do is we're going to use mask equals, we're using mask in place of filter. Mask is nothing but filter. Filter being a Python inbuilt function, we don't want name collision or other unwanted results in the dataset, so we're using mask equals df rank. We need to obtain the rank, right? To which the rank identifies the low selling items. Rank mask dx df rank is greater than or equal to, say, 6. Any item that is ranking 6 or above, we will give, that's the condition, we will give discount. Okay? 6 or above are the slow sellers, right? Now, once we have that condition, let's write df dot lock. Here we're going to ask access mask as well as what are we manipulating? The price, giving discount in price, right? Okay. Equals df dot lock mask comma price. How much discount we're going to give? We're going to give 15% discount. So for that, multiply by 0.85. Okay. So that is the discount we gave. Now we need to render discounted items, right? Discounted items equals df mask. df mask, right? And let's show the items. Discounted items that round to. Okay, so again we will show in rounding. Shift enter. Okay, here we see now we have given discount of those items above 6 or above ranked items. See, eggs from 188 to 160, the grapes from 188 to 160, eggs from 328 to 279, juice from 499 to 424, milk from 689 to 586. See, this is how we can carry out sales analysis and help the owner, the manager, to implement future inventory management strategies, sales management strategies, pricing strategies. All that is possible with this. So you can see these methods are so universal, so applicable for companies that every owner, every executive of the company would like to get this objective analysis for their policy implementation, for operational efficiency, for inventory efficiency. All these kind of things are possible with these. So here I clearly displayed to you importance of these data analysis for data scientists who are the provider of objectivity to companies and the clients. Okay, so thank you for listening, thank you for watching, and hopefully this was presented clearly, succinctly, without any fluffs. I showed you by writing line by line and explaining every line of the code. So for learners, this is a great idea. Please subscribe to my channel for more further data science analysis, advanced data science activities. These are just the foundational data analysis techniques. I'll be bringing you more data analysis, data science tasks in the future. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye for now.